Most of us in North America, and many of you around the world, remember the iconic, yet humble, Fred Rogers of the children's TV show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, who graced our TVs and touched our lives for many years. What you may not know is Mr. Rogers grew up in Greg and I's backyard, just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He truly was our neighbor. Throughout his career, he provided an example for children from all walks of life to learn of humility, empathy, passion, transparency, and accountability, all of Jagger's core values, to help them become the best they could be. We look to present to you an interview with one of the most neighborly men to walk this earth to provide context for how we approach the relationships we have with people inside and outside the walls of Jagger. Truthfully and beautifully, we fell short because Mr. Rogers never felt the need to outwardly express those values as being his alone. Rather, he embodied them as an example to all. His interviews were an art form, constantly turning the conversation around to focus on the interviewee, getting to know them and the challenges they faced, always offering his company and comfort, and sometimes leaving with a little advice based on his experiences and life lessons.
So we're here today at Mr. Rogers Memorial Park, just outside the Carnegie Science Center in Heinz Field, and right along the Ohio River, to channel our values intrinsically, just like Mr. Rogers, to make them a part of who we are and remind ourselves that every time we approach a new conversation, our ultimate goal is getting to know the people on the other side of the table. Everyone you meet is different, and everyone you meet has a different background story. We especially know this is true in our line of work. Vertical industries are different, sure. Markets within those industries are different, absolutely. But even more so, business processes differ from organization to organization within the same market. To truly connect with our colleagues, business partners, customers, and prospects, we must remember this. We should think of the lessons that Mr. Rogers taught us every time we start to make recommendations too early or begin to steer the conversation. Stop, think, and remember the goal. We may not know our neighbor entirely just yet, but if we embrace our values, we can show them that Jagger is the right choice.